This is Lucky Daye, and you know I got soul. And I'm super bad.
You know, I got so very excited to be here with Lucky Daye. How's it going, Lucky?
It's good. It's good. Better than ever.
Cool, cool. I just got to tell you, I was just telling you off camera, when RCA sent me your single, Roll Some More, we had no idea what that was. We thought it was a rapper or a band. And then when we hit play, it was so musical. Nothing like stuff we've heard in a while.
You know,
especially in R&B with all this trap that's going on. That's
trap
correct.
Orchestras.
So I know you worked with D Mile on this whole project. Talk about the sound that you guys have created.
I mean, the sound was basically to just do what people wasn't doing, because what felt natural to us wasn't what we were, like, I guess, told what was hot. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, bro, since this is like my last leg, your last leg, we just on some, like, we off this industry stuff. Let's just do whatever we want to do. And if they don't like it, they don't like it. And it was like, let's get funky, let's get musical, and let's get like unorthodox lyrically. And that's kind of where we went with it. A lot of the songs came from, like, literally my feelings in my real life. So that, I guess, that triggered a lot of like big post-production, some like epic shit.
Cool. So Roll Some More, of course, is the current single, and that's starting to make waves around the charts.
Yeah.
And you know, what made you decide to go with that one first to introduce you to the public as an artist?
I personally can't take credit for letting that one go out first, but I'm glad it did. I'm glad it did, and to me that was one of the songs that felt like less exciting, and as it grew, it started to feel like daytime instead of nighttime. So now it feels like it was the right move.
Right.
And that, I gotta shout Tunji out for that off top.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, along with the single, you have 2 EPs out, dropped them in 2 parts. Kind of introduce us to the project.
So the project is, right now it's 2 parts. It's one part called One, and it's another part called Two. Not to be confused with I, that a lot of people think it's I, but it's One, and the second one's Two. But it's definitely just an introduction of me saying, like, we don't really care what's going on when it comes to what people think is hot or what people think is that. We want people to feel again. Like, we want people to cry, like, dance, like, be sad, like, you know what I'm saying? It's all right, you hear me? And a lot of people think it's weird, but I'm really like, I'm a soft guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look tough and I move tough. And you know, I will knock a nigga out. But but nah, it's 2 parts, and it's more coming soon. That's the trip.
Along with the musical standpoint from that project, something I noticed with your voice, you use it as an instrument in its truest form. You manipulate your voice to the track. You try to do all these different things with it. Where does that come from, that creativity?
That's a good question, man. Like, I listen to a lot of different things, from Rick James to Prince to like Otis Redding to Genuine to Shaka Khan, like Kanye. I listen to everybody. Uzi, come back, don't retire, Uzi. But a lot of it just comes from my emotions. It's just my emotions, and the only way I can really do it, I didn't write it as like a regular song. It was basically my feelings, and however I felt like that feeling would sound, I said it in that key. I really don't even know how to explain that, but that's literally how it was. Literally cried on half the album. Like, yo, I'm really saying this right now, but it's real life.
Right. And it was cool that you sampled Pony on Karma. I thought that was a nice touch, and like you said, it was someone that influenced you growing up, Genuine, so I think that was a nice tribute and touch.
That's Static Major.
Exactly.
I didn't even do that on purpose. I did it, and D-Ma was like, yo, that's I like how you flip Pony. I was like, interesting you said that. We're not about to get no publishing.
Right, for sure. And, you know, like I said, this project, it's such a breath of fresh air to me. and we've mentioned it's completely different than what's out there. So before this project, did you have to go through challenges of figuring out what you wanted to put out versus what other people wanted you to put out? Because, like I said, this is completely different than anything we've heard in a while.
Well, I mean, we put it out how we set it up, and it just so happened how everything falls in places. Like, I'm literally not driving this train. I'm in the passenger seat, and I'm just letting whatever happen. And we sent songs in that order, and the people we sent them to, shout out to Keep Cool, they left it in that order. They didn't change nothing. It was like, oh, this the first song on there? This the first song coming out. Like, I bet, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, myself, I didn't make it for the approval of everybody else. I made it because I needed to get that out of myself because it was in there for so long. But I'm glad I did.
Right. And of course, you're from New Orleans.
Yeah.
And something I've noticed with, August Alsina, Frank Ocean, Luke James, all of them, it's not just R&B that they do all types of different genre, and you do as well. It's all these different types of sound, but you always keep it soulful. So I guess, what does New Orleans mean to you with your music?
New Orleans means home. It means soul. It means funk. It means trial, error, struggle, misplacement, and finding your own way. Like, I don't know, New Orleans is a lot. New Orleans is a lot, but it's a great place.
Right.
It's always home, so, you know what I'm saying? It raised me. It made me who I am, tough as nails and soft as cotton.
Yeah, I've been to the Essence Festival a couple of times, and it's always fun down there. Lots of music. It's always good
man.
times.
Yeah, it's always nice.
Right. Now, I read in your bio, you've done some writing behind the scenes too for Mary J, Trey Songz, just to name a couple. Ella Mai, of course, you're on tour with her right now. Just talk about that part of your career. How did that come about?
Well, I don't know. It's just like anything. You just write, and then you find people who click with you on that level that day, and then you just work. Like, no, I didn't know any of these people was gonna be what they were. It was just like I wanted to create. They wanted to create. We created, and that's what came out.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. So I was talking to your manager earlier, and she told me you've had quite a long journey up until this point. So I guess, talk to me about that journey, because of course we only know you from Rosa Moore, and of course you're on to do bigger and better things as you continue with your career. But talk about the struggles early on.
I mean, the struggle early on it's a long story because I got a lot to pull from, and I don't like to forget a lot of things. Somebody once told me, like, don't forget anything, just kind of like have it in like a backpack, and so when you need it, you can just grab it. So I try to remember it all, which would make the story very long. And I mean, I guess you could, from Katrina to now, I just been on my own a lot, so I had to learn a lot by myself, by making mistakes.
Right. And how did that opportunity and that growth allow you to, get a deal with RCA? How did that all take place?
Say that one more time.
How did you end up getting signed to RCA through your whole journey?
Oh man, well, it was a situation where the music was done, and I was just kind of looking for a way to say, hey, look, listen to this before I go home to New Orleans and put it out on some like independent, I don't care type stuff. Even though I wanted everybody to hear it, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, how do I get the most people in the world to hear this one thing at one time without it getting old before everybody find out? Excuse me. And RCA popped up after a couple meetings we had, and Tunji was like, yo, you want to sign to RCA, or you want to mess with me on some Keep Cool? I'm like, well, I mean, it's the same thing, right? You cool, man. Like, I like your vibe. He like my vibe. My team and his team was like super cool, and it became a situation where it was kind of, all right. He was so nonchalant. He was just like, fuck with it. I like it. And to me, that's how I felt. I was like, nigga, I don't care if you messing with it. You just saying it, and you said it so nonchalantly, and I could tell it was genuine. So it was kind of like oh man, he ain't gonna lie to me. Like if it's yeah, it's just yeah. If it's no, it's just gonna be no. And to have somebody like that in your corner is special. Cause I don't like to beat around the bush. Like I'm a straight up type of person.
Right. And, with your attitude right now, you're not really caring about who likes it or who doesn't. You just want to do the music you make.
Yeah.
And, that's translated into success. People have gravitated towards it. But I'm just curious, what is the creative process for you? How does a song become a song for you?
Well, I want to say I don't care who likes it. I would say, like, I don't put my life on who likes my music.
Right.
I want people to feel good, and I want to make. If it was my choice, I would want everybody in the world to like it.
Right.
But I at one point I thought everybody in the world liked Michael Jackson, right?
Right.
And somebody hit me with the mind blower, like, oh yeah, I don't like Michael Jackson. And I start hearing it more often. I'm like, huh? I thought everybody. So if he can't get everybody to like him, I know I can't get everybody like me. He's the king. But it would be nice. It's a dream. And that I kind of make my music hoping that it's people that really don't care. Like they care about love, and they care about the simple things in life, like integrity, respect, like their own emotions, like take care of yourself or you take care of everybody else. Like just little stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I just want to connect to people that feel again, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, feel anything. You can feel anything. I just want to connect to that. And that's not going to, to me, that's not them liking my music. That's them connecting with me to a feeling. And I appreciate that way more.
Right.
Like, we're on the same team.
Right. Cool. So, you've dropped 2 projects so far, 2 EPs. What's coming up for you?
So, 2 EPs I dropped. I got something in the works. And I'm also working on another thing after that. I can't even tell you. I can't tell you. But I have something else coming out in a few weeks. And then I'm going to present an album after that, sometime after that. But I want to give people a chance to like let it simmer, you know what I'm saying? Because my music is not like you just hear it and you're just like, bop, 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 and then it's gone. I want it to be something you could live with. It stick with you. You remember what you was doing at this time, and you remember how it made you feel. I want my music to be like that.
Cool. And then lastly, the genre of R&B over the last couple of years, I want to say the past decade, it hasn't really been shown a lot of love. A lot of people have kind of shied away from the R&B term. Sure. But you, I can tell you love R&B. You represent it well. So I guess what does R&B mean to you?
Damn, to me, R&B mean getting picked on in school for singing. Nah, R&B is I feel like it's a way to give people emotion, give people feeling, give people a piece of yourself, like your interpretation of how you see the world, and putting it in a way where you can feel it, like not only hear it, but you can feel it. Like I want to be able to hit everybody, like all the senses that a human being can have. And to me, that's what R&B is. Like you're gonna see it, you can taste it when you kiss somebody that's sweet, and just everything. I just want it to be everything, and I feel like R&B opens that door. There's no limit. And it won't die. It's very much alive. It's gonna be here forever, actually.
100%.
Yeah.
So, Lucky, that's all that I've got for you. Is there anything you'd like to add?
I love everybody that I can't touch, and I just want to thank everybody that's behind me. And I just want y'all to know that I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep R&B alive. I'm gonna keep the good music alive as much as I can. And anybody that want to collab, let's go. Got no shade.
Cool.